Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Firebox Breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another episode of Mashup Monday. And for this one, we've got some pretty cool packs. So why don't we get right to it here, the 2015-16 Upper Deck Series 2. We are still on that chase for this guy. 21-22 Hockey Series 1, trying to get a Caulfield there. That is from a blister pack. Now there is a security tab in there, so maybe that's good luck. Most of those security tabs, in my experience from retail shops like the gravity feed boxes, they did contain a young gun, so that might be a good sign. 22-23 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Drysidle on the front, and we've got this one right here. A 25-26 hobby pack of SPA. That one coming to us by way of West's Sports Cards in Edmonton. And to round it out, of course, we do 6 packs here. $1.49 MVP 24-25. A new blister pack from Shoppers Drug Mart. Drysidle on the front, and there are 2 cards or 2 packs in there. And that one would be a Canadian, one of the National Hockey Card Day packs. The Canadian version, I'm going to assume, well, actually it's the 25, so quite up to date. A lot of these cards, though, going to be more recent cards we're looking for. Macklin, Celebrini, and Company. So why don't we start with these 2 here, and then we will work our way up in this order. Maybe switch that one around right there. Okay, so we are good to go. Welcome back to the channel, Firebox Breaks. Here we are. 2025. National Hockey Card Day packs right there. So I was out and about, traveling around, went down to Calgary, and I went to Edmonton, of course, and I stopped at some of these shops. Here we are. Nathan McKinnon right there. It is quite hot today. It's about 25 degrees. Northern Alberta, pretty hot. And prominent rookies, Cutter Gauthier, pretty cool. That one is nice right there. A little bit of a ongoing saga between Carolina Hurricanes and the Ducks based on offer sheets, etc. Legends on Ice. Patrick Waugh right there. Sebastian Aho, newly minted Stanley Cup winner. And of course, Gavin Brindley, prominent rookies. That is pretty sweet right there. So that is what you'll get in the 2025 National Hockey Card Day set. So hopefully you could read that there. It is nice and clear for you as a viewer. Alright, so just going to move these cards off to the side. I think I will showcase these 2 rookies for a recap as we move forward. So pretty cool set nonetheless. We'll put those 2 cards as mentioned off to the side there. Alright, MVP 24-25. And I almost needed to get some water. It's been a while. Obviously, I was traveling here and there in southern Alberta, all the way up here and in between. We've got MVP, Sebastian Aho. We got Vanacek right there. And we've got one of these. Luke Hughes, It's Their Time, MVP. That is a foil. That's a pretty solid looking card. I'll put that over there. Byfield, we've got Jacob Slavin. We've got Sidney Crosby right there. And of course, that's how it looks in the back, if you were curious. So pretty cool, basic entry-level pack, of course, but we did get one of these foil cards for a added value, so that is looking good so far. And nothing wrong with Luke Hughes. Here we are, the 21-22 Series 1. And let's just see if this is going to play in our favor. As mentioned, here we are. We have that security tag, and usually, in my experience from back in the day, collecting these packs, actually, there is a hit card there, but I don't think it's one of the, or maybe that's not. That might be the young gun there, so let me see if that is. Yep. So it is ringing true. It's a young gun. Here we are. Marc-Andre Fleury, we've got a Roman Josi. We also have Drew Doughty right there. We've got a Lafreniere, Jordan Greenway, and that is the Farnham's. Shout out to Julie Farnham there. Hornquist, we've got a Samuel Girard, and it's not a Cole Caulfield. but it is a Gustafson right there. Philip Gustafson, I believe Gustafson was with Ottawa, but traded to the Minnesota Wild. So the Gus bus there, I believe that's how that transaction has worked out. So let me know in the comments and I'll double check as well. But hey, we've got a young gun, so keeping that streak alive. We've got the Gustafson there, and still on the chase for Cole Caulfield. But nonetheless, we are doing pretty well. We are 5.5 minutes in, and let's get some O-Pee-Chee Platinum right there. So, how are you spending your summers? Are you enjoying summers by the lake and out and about? You let me know in the comments. We've got a Brock Besser right there. I was golfing. I bought some new golf clubs. We've got Shesterkin, we've got Ryan Johansson, and we've got Jason Robertson right there. So, J-Rob, still again, him neon yellow surge, looking for a new deal, or perhaps way out of Dallas. So again, with the ongoing saga with these players, what is happening for them, there have been some uncertainty for players wanting out of their current teams, etc. But here we are. What will happen with J-Rob? We've got 2015-16 Upper Deck Series 2. Of course, I'm looking for a massive Young Gun canvas. I've not hit that as of yet, and I don't think we are. This one seems to be one of those insert cards. Looks kind of weird. I don't know if I recall that type of design, or is it? I don't think it's a canvas, but here we are. Brett Connolly, might be a short print of some sort. That'd be pretty neat. Jake Gardner, we've got Alsner right there. We've got Bukestad. We have Brandon Sutter right there. We've got there's two cards actually. We've got a Michael Bodker in the back. We've got, that one just a regular card. So it's Mirek Zidlicki. Pretty cool photo there. And we've got a Jordan Wheel. The rookies, LA Kings. Jordan Wheel, U36. I believe McDavid in this particular series. I think it's U90, somewhere in there. Well, I'll have to double check on this. U11. There's a few that are Connor McDavid cards, rookies, etc. So either one would have been pretty neat. Would have added value to this particular break. But anyway, we've got one more pack coming up, and this one is a hobby pack on the chase for some big name rookies. So will we get one of those big name rookies? Let's check it out. Again, this one coming from West's Sports Cards in Edmonton, and I'm not sure exactly where those hit cards fall, but I'll move it like that. So that kind of seems like it could very well be one. That one looked like a thick card there, but we've got a Dylan Guenther, the Utah Mammoth. We've got Lane Hudson right there, pretty cool. Alex Ovechkin. We've got William Nylander, Josh Norris right there, Alex DeBrincat. Here we are. I think we've got 3 hit cards in the middle. Maybe that's an auto. I'm not too sure. It looks like a limited red SP rookie there. Spectrum, Dylan Guenther, and we've got the Jack Eichel and Mark Stone collaborations. And the final card is a Future Watch, a limited. Is it autographed? Oh, it's an Oiler. So that looks to be like Tomasek, I believe. David Tomasek, but it is not one of those autographed ones. But it is an Oiler at that, limited red. So that's not too bad. Not exactly what I was expecting. I mean, I'm glad it's an Oiler, but I really was hoping that would be autographed. That would be pretty solid. So we're going to put these cards in particular order here and definitely call it a break, call it a day. But that is your look at SPA. And now, why don't we do the recap? So if you are just joining on, we are going to go with this lineup for the recap. So here we are. We have a Gavin Brindley, Cutter Gauthier, Luke Hughes. We've got a J-Rob, Jordan Wheel, Dylan Guenther, Mark Stone, Tomasek Limited Future Watch, And we'll go with the Gustafson Young Gun for the hit of the break because still active in the NHL, even though that is the Edmonton Oilers right there. But I think Gus Bus speaks for itself, and that is pretty cool in terms of David Tomasek. But that is my choice right there for the break. We tried it with SPA, pretty expensive pack, $45 for that. Not exciting in the return, but that's how she goes. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of Mashup Monday with Firebox Breaks, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos or at future videos. And we will go there. So leave a comment down below and let's have a chat. So like, comment, and subscribe for all the good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with more content in the near future. Till then, bye for now.